Good evening students, welcome to Engineering Maths Guru. Students, in today's session we are going to discuss a very important topic for upcoming GATE 2025, and of course this topic is relevant for your engineering services examination prelims. So students, the topic will be mathematical expectation, standard deviation. We will be going through the topics like mathematical expectation, standard deviation and variance for both the types of distributions, that is continuous as well as discrete probability distributions. So GATE 2025 के लिए एक बहुत ही relevant topic आप देखने वाले हैं आज, and the topic is mathematical expectation, variance and standard deviation. So this topic is a very important part of probability distribution, and all my dear students, let me introduce myself. Students, my name is Ankit Joshi and I have been teaching in this domain, GATE and ESE domain, since many years, and my subjects of interest are engineering math, signals and system and analog circuits. So students, let's proceed to the next. Students, if you are willing to get the PDF of this session, then you have to join this Telegram group, Ankit Joshi _EMG. EMG stands for Engineering Maths Guru, which is the name of our channel. So students, let us talk about mathematical expectation for discrete random variable. Okay, yeah, so I'll come back to this frame. See here, if this capital X is a discrete random variable, then probability distribution or probability function, also known as probability mass function PMF, it is denoted and defined as f of x equal to probability at a given point. Probability at a given point. Probability mass function होगा probability at a given point. So all my dear students, I am going to write mathematical expectation of x. Mathematical expectation of x. Mathematical expectation of x कैसे लिखेंगे, क्या होता है? So mathematical expectation, this is also called as expectation of x. इसको हम expectation of x भी कहते हैं. And sometimes this is also called as mean or average value of x. The notation for all these names, इन सभी नामों के लिए notation क्या है? What is that notation? So all my dear students, the notation is mu equal to expectation of x, E of x, mu equal to E of x. Okay, so कैसे निकालेंगे? Since capital X is a discrete random variable, so we will utilize summation. यहाँ पर होगा summation for all values of x. Here I am putting a blank space and then I am writing f of x, that is the probability mass function. सर इस blank space में क्या लिखेंगे? इस blank space में वो value आएगी जिसका आप expectation निकाल रहे हैं. So we are calculating the expectation for x, so we will be writing x here. Okay, so this is the beautiful formula for calculation of mathematical expectation. Okay, this is mathematical expectation of x. Sometimes you can replace this f of x by p of x. कभी कभी इस f of x की जगह पर हम p of x भी लिख देते हैं. तो इसको रिप्रेजेंट करने का और एक तरीका है mu equal to expectation of x and which is equal to summation for all the values of x into f of x की प्लेस पर आप लिख सकते हैं p of x, that is your probability mass function. So all my dear students, these are the expressions for probability mass functions, expectation of x, mathematical expectation of x. Mathematical expectation of x को mean value या फिर average value भी कहा जाता है. So let us proceed. Now mathematical expectation of g of x. Okay, now see here. This time we are calculating expectation of not x, we are calculating expectation of a function of x. x के किसी फंक्शन का हम एक्सपेक्टेशन कैलकुलेट कर रहे हैं. सो व्हाट इज द फॉर्मेट? summation for all the values of x. I am putting a blank space here, and here I am writing probability mass function small f of x. And all my dear students, in this blank space you have to write that function whose expectation you need to calculate. इस blank space में आप वो function रखिए जिसका आप expectation calculate करना चाहते हैं. So प्यारे प्यारे बहुत ही प्यारे बच्चों, we wish to calculate the expectation of g of x. So I am writing g of x over here. Okay, yes. And students, we can also write this as expectation of g of x equal to summation for all the values of x. और यहाँ पर g of x, क्योंकि इसका expectation हम ले रहे हैं, f of x की जगह पर probability mass function p of x भी लिखा जा सकता है. All right? Yes, sir. So we have got the expectation of g of x. हमें expectation of g of x मिल गया. expectation of x था तो यहाँ पर x लिखते थे, expectation of g of x है तो यहाँ पर इस summation में g of x लिखते हैं. Now what is variance of x? variance of x लिखने के लिए हमें निकालना है variance of x is expectation x minus mu whole square. Okay, sir. Now what is this mu? This mu is nothing but expectation of x. ये mu क्या है? Expectation of x है. So variance of x is expectation x minus mu whole square, where mu is expectation of x. Okay, sir. Now this will be summation for all the values of x. यहाँ पर जिसका आप एक्सपेक्टेशन ले रहे हैं वो फंक्शन आएगा, यानी कि x माइनस म्यू का होल स्क्वायर मल्टीप्लाइड बाय f ऑफ x. और समटाइम्स वी कैन राइट दिस एज एक्सपेक्टेशन ऑफ x माइनस म्यू होल स्क्वायर इक्वल टू, क्या लिख सकते हैं, समेशन फॉर ऑल वैल्यूज ऑफ x माइनस म्यू होल स्क्वायर, एंड दिस f of x इज रिप्लेस्ड बाय अनदर नोटेशन ऑफ f of x, दैट इज p of x. ठीक है. So we have got variance of x. All right. So variance of x is expectation x minus mu whole square. Let's proceed. Now standard deviation. Standard deviation is denoted by sigma, and it is always positive square root of variance of x. Standard deviation of x is positive square root of variance of x. Okay, sir. Let's proceed. Now this is the relationship between variance of x and expectation of x and x square. Let us derive this relation. इस relationship को derive करते हैं दोस्तों. देखिए, so हम जानते हैं कि variance of x is expectation of x minus mu whole square. So this can be further written as, हाँ, इसको हम क्या लिख सकते हैं, x minus mu whole square can be written as a square minus 2ab plus b square. All right, just have a look over this. Now students, I will separate this expectation with all of these terms. Okay, let us do that. So expect, we are getting expectation of x. Mu square is constant, it will move out, और यहाँ पर बचेगा 1. You will get expectation of 1. Student, expectation of 1 means average value of 1. Expectation of 1 मतलब average value of 1. Okay, so all my dear students, always keep in your mind that this mu is as it is. What about expectation of x? Expectation of x is nothing but mu. एक्सपेक्टेशन ऑफ एक्स क्या है? एक्सपेक्टेशन ऑफ एक्स इज म्यू, एंड बच्चा लोग म्यू स्क्वायर एज इट इज, एंड ऑल माय डियर चैंपियंस, एक्सपेक्टेशन ऑफ वन इज नथिंग बट वन. Expectation of 1 is always 1. So students, can I have your response? So variance of x is expectation x square minus 2 mu square plus mu square will give you minus mu square. So this is the formula for variance of x. Now students, this mu can be replaced by expectation of x. इस mu की जगह पर हम एक्सपेक्टेशन ऑफ एक्स रख सकते हैं. ठीक है, हाँ जी. सिंस म्यू इक्वल टू एक्सपेक्टेशन ऑफ एक्स विच इम्प्लाइज वेरिएंस ऑफ एक्स इज, हाँ बताइए, एक्सपेक्टेशन एक्स स्क्वायर माइनस एक्सपेक्टेशन ऑफ एक्स का होल स्क्वायर. वी कैन राइट दिस वे. इस तरीके से हम इसको लिख सकते हैं. सो म्यू इज नथिंग बट एक्सपेक्टेशन ऑफ एक्स. म्यू को क्या लिखेंगे? एक्सपेक्टेशन ऑफ एक्स. सो बच्चा लोग, so this is one expression for variance of x. Stay tuned for the best of the concept. So relation between variance of x and expectation of x is expectation x square minus expectation x whole square. वेरिएंस x को और क्या लिखा जा सकता है? इट इज एक्सपेक्टेशन x स्क्वायर माइनस एक्सपेक्टेशन x होल स्क्वायर. तो बच्चों सवाल देखते हैं. कुछ क्वेश्चंस हमारे सामने आए हैं. आप सबसे रिक्वेस्ट है कि आप एक बार इस क्वेश्चन को देख लीजिए. दूसरा रिक्वेस्ट मेरा आप सभी से यह है कि स्टूडेंट्स, अगर आपने अभी तक चैनल मेरा सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया है तो आप कर लीजिए. ठीक है, सो डू सब्सक्राइब माय चैनल, एंड स्टूडेंट्स also like this session if you have not done it so. So consider the following probability mass function of a random variable x. उन्होंने एक random variable दिया x जिसकी वैल्यूज हैं 0 और 1. x की पॉसिबल वैल्यूज उन्होंने दी है सवाल में 0 और 1. एंड सबसे पहले हमें इसका प्रोबेबिलिटी डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन लिखना पड़ेगा. देखते हैं. देखिए q का वैल्यू 0.4 है. ओके सर, q इज 0.4. सो x इक्वल टू 0 पर फंक्शन का वैल्यू है q, तो q इज 0.4. तो यहाँ पर x इक्वल टू 0 के लिए प्रोबेबिलिटी की वैल्यू 0.4 हो गई. x इक्वल टू 1 के लिए प्रोबेबिलिटी की वैल्यू है 1 माइनस q. सो 1 माइनस q मीन्स 1 माइनस 0.4, दैट इज 0.6. ओके, सो स्टूडेंट्स, दिस इज द प्रोबेबिलिटी डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन वी ऑब्टेन्ड. Now what we need variance of x. हमें चाहिए variance of x. तो variance of x फाइंड करने के लिए सबसे पहले हम फाइंड करेंगे expectation of x. So expectation of x होता है summation for all values of x, x into p of x. Okay. So इसका मतलब क्या हुआ? x and corresponding values of p of x are multiplied together and then further added together. So 0 into 0.4 plus 1 into 0.6. So 0 plus 0.6 will be 0.6. So we have got expectation of x, which is nothing but mu. So students, we have got this expectation of x. Now what we need? We need expectation of x square. So expectation of x square is summation for all values of x. In place of x, now I have to write x square into p of x. देखते जाइए. Now students, values of x are 0 and 1. So 0 square into corresponding probability 0, लेकिन इसका स्क्वायर करना है तो 0 square into corresponding probability and then 1 square into corresponding probability. So this is 0 and this is 0.6. So I guess we are getting expectation of x square also 0.6. एक्सपेक्टेशन एक्स स्क्वायर का वैल्यू भी 0.6 आ चुका है। अब हमें चाहिए वेरिएंस ऑफ एक्स। व्हाट इज वेरिएंस ऑफ एक्स? देखिए, वेरिएंस ऑफ एक्स इज एक्सपेक्टेशन एक्स स्क्वायर माइनस एक्सपेक्टेशन एक्स का होल स्क्वायर। वेरिएंस ऑफ एक्स, एक्सपेक्टेशन ऑफ एक्स स्क्वायर, एक्सपेक्टेशन ऑफ एक्स स्क्वायर कितना है? एक्सपेक्टेशन ऑफ एक्स स्क्वायर इज 0.6। एक्सपेक्टेशन ऑफ एक्स इज अगेन 0.6, लेकिन यहां पर 0.6 का स्क्वायर हो जाएगा। 0.6 का मतलब होता है 0.60 एंड 0.6 स्क्वायर मीन्स 0.36। On solving this you will get 0.24. So we have got the variance of x. So this variance of x is 0.24, which is our beautiful answer. Have a look over this. Next question, see, a machine produces 0, 1 or 2 defective piece in a day with associated probabilities 1/6, 2/3 and 1/6 respectively. Then the mean value and variance of the number of defective pieces produced are. Okay, so एक मशीन है जो 0, 1 या 2, 0, 1 और 2 डिफेक्टिव पीसेस पर डे प्रोड्यूस करती है। लेट अस सी, let x denotes the number of defective pieces. Let x denotes the number of defective pieces. Okay, तो x की पॉसिबल वैल्यूज क्या है? 0, 1, 2. See here, x denotes the number of defective pieces and the values of defective pieces are 0, 1 or 2. So values of x are 0, 1 and 2. Okay, now corresponding probability. Corresponding probabilities are 1/6, 2/3 and 1/6. Okay sir, now what we need, then the mean value and the variance of the number of defective pieces. Means what we have to find? We have to find the mean of x, that is mean of the defective pieces. Also we have to find what? The variance of the number of defective pieces. So now let us proceed for expectation of x, that is the mean values. So expectation of x, what is the formula? Summation for all values of x, x into p of x. ये रहा formula. Values of x are 0, 1, 2. इन values में corresponding probability multiply करेंगे और फिर results को add कर लेंगे. So 0 into 1/6, 1 into 2/3 and then 2 into 1/6, 2 into 1/6. Simplify this. 2/6 is 1/3, so this will be 1. So expectation of x is nothing but mu. So we have got the value of expectation of x. अब क्या चाहिए? अब मुझे चाहिए expectation of x square. summation for all values of x, x square into p of x. This is the formula. Let us do it. Values of x are 0, 1 and 2. So 0 square into corresponding probability, 1 square into corresponding probability, then 2 square into corresponding probability. 4 by 6 is nothing but 2 by 3. So this is ultimately 4 by 3. This is expectation x square. Now, what is variance of x? Variance of x क्या होता है? Variance of x is expectation x square minus expectation of x का whole square. ये फॉर्मूला है वेरिएंस x का. दिस इज द फॉर्मूला फॉर वेरिएंस ऑफ x. ओके, सो एक्सपेक्टेशन x स्क्वायर इज 4 by 3. expectation x whole square is 1 square. So this is ultimately 1 by 3. So we have got variance of x as 1 by 3 and expectation of x as 1. One and 1 by 3. Which option? Mean value is 1 and variance is 1 by 3. Option A is the correct answer. Yes, come on. See this question. Go through it. In the following table, x is a discrete random variable and p of x is the probability density. Okay, since it is what we say discrete values, this is not density function, this is mass function. So x is a discrete random variable, x is a discrete random variable, therefore p of x is probability mass function. Okay, then what? The standard deviation of x is to be obtained. So बच्चा लोग, standard deviation of x is under root of variance of x. Under root of variance of x means under root of, okay, let us do one thing now. We will be calculating variance of x. Variance of x is expectation x square minus expectation of x whole square. So we will be first calculating variance, then taking its square root to give us the value of standard deviation. Standard deviation is always positive square root of variance of x. Okay, sir. No. First of all, I will calculate E of x. X and corresponding values of probabilities are multiplied together and then added. So 1 into 0.3 is 0.3. 2 into 0.6 is 1.2. 3 into 0.1 is 0.3. So expectation of x is, it is 1.2, 1.5, 1.8. Expectation of x is 1.8. Now, what about x square? Values of x square. 1 square is 1, 2 square is 4, 3 square is 9. Now, what else we need? We need expectation of x square. Expectation of x square means values of x square multiplied by probability. Expectation of x square क्या है? x square की values probability से multiply करेंगे और फिर आपस में add कर देंगे. So 1 into 0.3 is 0.3. Then 4 into 0.6 is 2.4. And 9 into 0.1. See, I am multiplying probability by values of x square. So 9 into 0.1 is 0.9. So it is 2.7 plus 0.9, that is 3.6. Now what we need? Expectation x square minus e of x whole square. See, variance of x. Expectation x square is 3.6 and expectation of x is, yes, expectation of x is 1.8. 1.8 का स्क्वायर कर लीजिए दोस्तों. It is 3.24, so you will get 0.36. This is our variance of x. What about standard deviation? Tell me. Sigma is positive square root of variance. So the answer is 0.6. Sigma means standard deviation of x is 0.6. Let us check the answer. कौन सा ऑप्शन सही है? Option D. So standard deviation of x is 0.6. Have a look over this. Come on fast. Students, on our app Maths Manthan, we have already started a paid course, dedicated course for engineering maths targeting GATE 2025 exam. So that batch name is Sankalp 2025. All what you need to do is you need to first download our app, go to Play Store, search Ankit Joshi's Maths Manthan, and from there you will get the link, download the app. After downloading the app, there you will find our course in the name of Sankalp 2025. Click on that and rest you can follow from the app. The link to download the app is also given in the description of this channel as well as in the description of this particular video. You can follow that link also. Just go to the description of this video. At the end of the description you will find the link to download the app and rest you can follow from the app. So students, let's proceed for the next. So if you want to prepare engineering maths in a dedicated manner for GATE 2025 or for upcoming year, then do join my batch of Sankalp 2025 on my app Maths Manthan. Download the app, link is given in the description box at the end, or you can search Ankit Joshi Maths Manthan in Google Play Store and just download the app. After downloading the app, there is a tab named as Stores. Click on that. From that app, you can, from that particular tab, you will be directed towards the courses. Name of the course is Sankalp 2025. Name of the app is Ankit Joshi's Maths Manthan. Link is given in the description of this video. There we have a dedicated course for engineering mathematics targeting GATE 2025. The same will be applicable for engineering services examination. Now see this. Students, already we have proved that variance of x is expectation x square minus expectation of x whole square. ये होता है variance of x. Variance of x is always a positive and real quantity. Why? What is the reason? Because sigma, that is a standard deviation, is under root of variance of x. Since sigma is real, sigma कैसा होता है? Real. For sigma to be real, the quantity under square root must be positive. For sigma to be real, variance of x must be positive. for sigma to be real, variance of x must be positive. That is expectation x square minus expectation x whole square. This should be greater than or equal to 0. So expectation x square greater than equal to expectation x whole square. This is the logic. So expectation x square should be greater than equal to expectation x whole square. So option B is the correct one. All right. Two coins are simultaneously tossed. The probability of two heads simultaneously appearing is very simple. This can be done by multiple ways. Let x denotes the number of heads. So when two coins are tossed together, the values of x can be 0, 1 and 2. Corresponding probabilities. 0 stands for probability of getting no heads, means both tails. So 1 by 2 will be 1 by 4. 1 means x equal to 1 means probability of getting exactly one head. So the probability will be 1 by 2, and probability for x equal to 2 means probability for getting both heads is first head is 1 by 2, second head is also 1 by 2. So total probability will be 1 by 2. So probability for both heads in tossing two coins together is 1 by 4. That is this one. All right, let's move to the next. A discrete random variable x takes values from 1 to 5. So the values of x are given here. And corresponding probabilities are also given. A student calculates the mean of x as 3.5 and her teacher calculates the variance as 1.5. So all my dear students, we want to check whether the values calculated by the student and the teacher are correct or not. For that we need to calculate expectation of x as well as variance of x. So expectation of x, multiply values of x with corresponding probability and then add together. 1 into 0.1, 2 into 0.2, 3 into 0.4, 4 into 0.2, 5 into 0.1 is 0.5. Add all these values. 0.1, 0.4 is 0.5, then plus 1.2 is 1.7, plus 0.8 is 2.5, plus 0.5 is 3. So E of x is 3. It means the value of mean calculated by the student is wrong. So mean of x is 3.5. This is wrong. Now calculate expectation x square. X square is needed here. So 1 square is 1, 2 square is 4, 3 square is 9, 4 square is 16, 5 square is 25. So expectation x square will be summation x square into p of x. So 1 into 0.1 is 0.1, 4 into 0.2 is 0.8, 9 into 0.4, 3.6, 16 into 0.2, 3.2, 25 into 0.1, 2.5. Let us add all these values. सबको ऐड कर लेते हैं. 0.1 plus 0.8 is 0.9, 0.9 and 3.6 is 4.5, 4.5 plus 3.2, 7.7, 7.7 plus 2.5, 9.7 plus 0.5 is 10.2. So we have got expectation of x square as well as expectation of x. Let us calculate variance. Variance calculate कर लेते हैं. Variance of x is expectation x square minus expectation of x whole square. हाँ जी, expectation of x square is 10.2 and expectation of x is 3, it is 3 square. 10.2 minus 9 is 1.2. So variance of x is calculated as 1.2 and a teacher calculates it as 1.5. So the answer calculated by the teacher in the context of the question is also wrong. So this data is also wrong. So both the student as well as the teacher are wrong. Both the student and the teacher are right, this is wrong. Both the student and the teacher were wrong, this is correct. So no need to move for the further questions. I hope you got the question, I hope you understood the concept. The random variable x takes on the values 1, 2 or 3 with probabilities this respectively. Find the values of p, values, it should be values of p and e of x. Okay, two unknowns are there, p and e of x. Okay, so students, हाँ जी, values of x are 1, 2 and 3. Corresponding probabilities, हाँ जी, 2 plus 5p by 3, not 3, by 5, then 1 plus 3p by 5, and for this 3, 1.5 plus 2p upon 5. Now this p of x is probability mass function. P of x क्या है? Probability mass function. Therefore summation, this is the property of probability mass function, summation for all the values of p of x should be 1. p of x की सभी वैल्यूज का सम कितना होता है? 1 होता है. p of x की सभी वैल्यूज का सम कितना होता है? 1. So students add these values, 2 plus 5p, 1 plus 3p and 1.5 plus 2p. So in the denominator all the values are having 5. So we can say that 5 is the LCM. Then 5p plus 3p is 8, 8 plus 2 is 10p. Now the constant terms, 2 plus 1 is 3, 3 and 1.5 is 4.5 equal to 1. So 10p plus 4.5 equal to 5. 5 ones are 5. So 10p equal to 0.5. So p is 0.05. P is 0.05. Now let us calculate E of x. E of x भी calculate कर लेते हैं. Can I have your response? E of x. E of x is summation for all values of x, x into p of x. x की वैल्यूज में p of x की वैल्यूज को मल्टीप्लाई करके ऐड कर लीजिए दोस्तों. हाँ, 1 into this one, then 2 into this one, so 2 plus 6p upon 5, then 3 into 1.5 is 4.5, 3 into 2p is 6p upon 5. Add all this, simplify all this, what you are getting? 5 is the LCM, 5p plus 6p 11, 11 plus 6p is 17p. Now the constant terms, 2 plus 2 is 4, 4 plus 4.5 is 8.5. Put p equal to 0.05. Seventeen fives are 85. So 85. 85 and 85. So 0.85 would be the answer. Plus 8.5. So this is 9.35 upon 3, not 3, upon 5. So it is 1.87. 1.87. So value of P is 0.05 and expectation of X is 1.87. So this is the answer. I hope you got the concept. Now see, an exam paper has 150 multiple choice questions. An exam paper has 150 multiple choice questions of 1 mark each. With each question having 4 choices, each incorrect answer fetches minus 0.25 marks. A student choose all the answers randomly with uniform probability. The sum of the expected marks obtained by the student. Now see here, let us denote X denotes the marks obtained in one question, in answering one question, in randomly answering one question. Okay, एक क्वेश्चन को आंसर करने में कितने मार्क्स मिलते हैं? That one mark is X denotes the marks is obtained in answering one question. एक क्वेश्चन को मार्क करने में, रैंडमली मार्क करने में जो मार्क्स मिलते हैं वो है X. ओके, तो अगर इनकरेक्ट आंसर करेंगे तो नेगेटिव मार्किंग हो जाएगी -1/4. सी, ईच इनकरेक्ट आंसर फेचेस -0.25 मार्क्स. तो इनकरेक्ट आंसर के लिए -0.25 है, मतलब -1/4, और करेक्ट आंसर के लिए 1 मार्क है, ये लिखा है 1 मार्क ईच फॉर करेक्ट आंसर्स. ओके, सो स्टूडेंट, हर एक क्वेश्चन को 4 ऑप्शन है, 4 में से एक सही है, 3 गलत है. देयर आर 4 ऑप्शंस, 1 करेक्ट एंड 3 इनकरेक्ट. सो in order, what is the probability of getting 1 mark? Probability of getting 1 mark means answering correct answer. So correct answers probability is 1/4, only 1 correct. And scoring negative mark, it means you are answering incorrect. So what is the probability of scoring negative mark? -1/4, it is 3/4, because 3 options are incorrect. So this is the probability distribution. Now expected marks or average marks scored on one question will be expectation of X. So average marks obtained in one question, in answering one question randomly, that's what you can say. So it is E of X -1.4 into 3/4 plus 1 into 1/4. So E of X is the average marks scored in one question. तो कितना आएगा? -3/16 plus 1/4. So this will be 1/16. So 1/16, 1/16 is the mark or average marks scored by answering one question randomly. Now how many such questions are there? 150 such questions are there. So if a student answers all such 150 questions, then what is the average marks? So marks scored by answering 150 question. So average marks scored by answering 150 questions is क्या होगा? 150 multiplied by 1/16. Okay, so 75/8. You can further calculate this. Okay, 75/8 means what? 8 ones are 8, 8 nines are 72, then decimal 3030, 8 threes are 24, 6 is remaining, 60 में 8 times and then 4 times. not 4, 5. Just a moment. 9 point, how much? 3 is the remainder, na? So 3 0 30, 8 3s are 24, 6 0, 8 7s are 56, and then 5. 9.375 is the average marks scored by the student by randomly answering all the questions. So 9.375 is the final answer. Okay, yes, come on. Moving to the next question. Our next questions are from continuous probability distribution. So mathematical expectation of continuous random variable. Let us discuss this. चलिए देखिए. So this time capital X is a continuous random variable. Now the formula you already written for discrete random variable are all applicable here with a small change. In case of discrete random variable, wherever you used summation, in case of continuous that summation will be replaced by integration. Discrete के केस में जहाँ पर summation आपने यूज़ किया था, continuous में उस summation को हटाकर हम क्या करने वाले हैं, उस summation को हटाकर हम integration लगाने वाले हैं. So students, X is a continuous random variable. So mathematical expectation of X or mu is integration minus infinity to infinity x and f of x. But remember, this f of x is not probability mass function. Now this is probability density function. F of x is probability density function. Remember this. Okay, sir. Okay. Next, variance. Before variance, let us find out expectation of x square. Expectation of x square is integration from minus infinity to infinity. Here you have to put x square multiplied by density function. So probability density function f of x में x square से multiply हो जाएगा, and then we will be integrating this. So this is the formula for expectation x square. Now variance x. Variance x is expectation x square minus expectation of x का whole square. All right. So already you have derived the formula for expectation x square. Use this, and this is the formula for expectation of x. Okay. Or else you can follow this. Variance of x is expectation of x minus mu whole square. Mu is expectation of x. Mu itself is expectation x. So this can also be written as integration from minus infinity to infinity. What is the term in the bracket? Bracket में क्या लिखा है? X minus mu का whole square. X minus mu whole square further multiplied by f of x. So I believe this formula we will avoid. We'll follow this formula. Okay, nothing wrong. Both are correct, but this one will be an easier approach, more familiar approach. First one. Let us proceed. Standard deviation. Standard deviation is the positive square root of variance of x. Variance of x का positive square root ले लेंगे. Simply कहता हूँ square root ले लेंगे. You will get standard deviation. All right. Next. I request all of you to like this session if you have not done so. I request all of you to subscribe this channel if you have not done so. Now, mathematical expectation, variance and standard deviation when density function is an even function. Okay. See here. If f of x, that is our probability density function, is an even function. ये कैसा function है? Even function है, even function. In that case, I am deriving the formula for E of x. So E of x क्या होता है, expectation of x क्या होता है बताइए. Expectation of x is integration from minus infinity to infinity x into f of x dx. Now students, just observe very carefully with a high level of focus. See, f of x is an even function, but x is nothing but an odd function. So when you multiply even function by odd function, this overall integrand is an odd function. And when you integrate an odd function from minus infinity to plus infinity, when you integrate an odd function from minus a to plus a, the result is 0. So what a beautiful conclusion. If you are having a PDF, a probability density function, which is an even function of x, in that case its mean value is always 0. Okay, yes sir. So E of x is 0 when probability density function is an even function. E of x square minus infinity to infinity x square into f of x. Now see, f of x is even, x square is also even function. So when you multiply these two, the overall is an even function. So what you can do, expectation x square is multiply by 2. See, overall integrand is an even function, so you can multiply by 2 and make this interval half. This is a very important property of, this is a very important property of what? Definite integrals, that if you are integrating an even function in the interval minus a to plus a, then multiply by 2 and make the interval half. So 0 to infinity, only the right sided interval, x square into f of x as it is dx. Okay, it means when f of x is even function, when f of x is even function, then variance of x, it is expectation x square minus expectation x whole square. This is the formula, right? But when f of x is even, this second part is 0. So you are getting only expectation x square. Also this expectation x square is this compact formula, 2 times integration 0 to infinity x square into f of x dx. This is variance of x. So this formula we apply when f of x, the probability density function, is an even function. Now you may be thinking, sir, when f of x is an even function, when f of x, the density function, is an even function, then mean value E of x is 0. Variance of x is 2 times 0 to infinity x square f of x dx. What if f of x is an odd function? F of x is an odd function. Listen, any comments? F of x is odd function. If f of x is odd function, then what is this E of x or variance of x? Remember, f of x is probability density function, and probability density function is always positive, right? But when you think of odd function, odd functions are symmetrical about origin. Odd functions are symmetrical about origin. So if this is the scenario in first quadrant, the same will be the symmetrical image in the third quadrant. So this is positive value, but for this function to be odd function, this is negative value. So negative value contradicts with this property of density function. So a density function can never be an odd function, क्योंकि किसी भी फंक्शन को ऑड फंक्शन होने के लिए कहीं ना कहीं पर नेगेटिव होना पड़ता है, तो वो डेंसिटी फंक्शन ही नहीं होगा अगर उसकी कोई नेगेटिव वैल्यू आएगी तो. सो इफ देयर इज एन ऑड फंक्शन, इट कैन नॉट बी अ डेंसिटी फंक्शन. ओके, यस. सो f of x, that is probability density function, can never be an odd function. कभी भी ये odd function नहीं होगा. Remember this. Okay, and when f of x, that is PDF, is an even function, which is a valid case, expectation is 0, variance is expectation x square, that can be calculated using this compact formula 2 times 0 to infinity x square f of x dx. And sigma, the standard deviation, is nothing but positive square root of variance of x. Now see this question, beautiful one. The graph of the function f of x is shown in the figure. For f of x to be a valid probability density function, the value of h is, okay. So all my dear students, this is our f of x. If f of x is a valid probability density function, it means it will satisfy the properties of density function. Therefore, area under f of x should be 1. अरे भाई, this integration is 1 means area under f of x is 1. And बच्चा लोग f of x के अंडर आने वाला जो एरिया है, that is this area of this triangle, then area of second triangle, then area of third triangle. So area of this first triangle is half base into height. What is the base? Base कितना है इसका? See, either you calculate this integral, even after calculation of integral, what you will get? You will get area under f of x. So here we can directly calculate the area by the concept of area of triangle. Area of triangle क्या होता है? Sir, half base into height. Apply that. Half base into height. Here base, area of this small triangle. Base is 1 unit, height is h. So half base into height. So h by 2 is the area of the first part. Area of the second triangle. What is the base? Base is 1 unit, but height is 2h. So half base into height. So we are getting 2h by 2. Now see the third triangle. Base is 1 unit, but height is 3h. So half base is 1 unit, height is 3h. So we are getting 3h by 2. So area under this f of x is area of sum of areas of these three triangles. h, 2h, 3h is 6h. So 3h equal to 1. It means the appropriate value of h for which f of x is a valid density function will be 1 by 3. 1 by 3. So h is 1 by 3. Yes sir, come on. Alright, have a look over this, then we'll move towards the next. इसको एक बार अच्छे से देख लीजिए. Do subscribe my channel if you have not done so. I request all of you to subscribe this channel. चलिए लेट्स प्रोसीड. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन दोस्तों. फॉर द फंक्शन f of x equal to a plus bx, they have given us a function f of x equal to a plus bx. Now what is the interval? 0 to 1. To be a valid probability density function, which one of the following statement is correct. So outside this interval it will be 0, okay, otherwise. Yes, champions, are you following? Now see here, f of x is a plus bx, 0 to 1. Now for this function to be valid density function, what is the property? That integration of f of x from minus infinity to infinity will be 1. Let us calculate minus infinity to infinity f of x dx and equate it to 1. So valid interval given is 0 से 1, a plus dx, a plus bx dx equal to 1. So integration of a will be ax, b constant, integration of x square, x is x square by 2, limits are 0 to 1, and this is equal to 1. Now come on, follow this. Value of x is 1, lower limit is 0. So 2a plus b equal to 1, 2a plus b equal to 1. क्या इक्वेशन आ रहा है? We are getting one relation. What is that relation? f of x का वैलिड प्रोबेबिलिटी डेंसिटी फंक्शन होने के लिए जरूरी कंडीशन क्या है? 2a plus b should be 1. Now student, I am asking you, is there any other condition given? No. So now we have to rely on the options. जो ऑप्शन इन वैल्यूज को, इस इक्वेशन को सेटिस्फाई करेगा वो करेक्ट आंसर है. So a equal to 1 and b equal to 4 will not satisfy this equation. A equal to 0.5 and b equal to 1. So a equal to 0.5, 2 into 0.5 is 1, 1 plus 1 is 2. Option B is satisfying. 0, 1, 0, a equal to 0, b equal to 1, a equal to 0, b equal to 1. This is also satisfying, right? A की वैल्यू 0 रखता हूँ. No, 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 something wrong. See, 2a plus b equal to not 1, it should be 2. अरे LCM का 2 आएगा ना, हाँ, राइट हैंड साइड मस्ट बी 2. So 2 into 1, 2, 2 plus 4, 6, ये भी satisfy नहीं हो रहा है. 2 into 0.5 is 1, 1 plus 1 is 2, this is satisfying, correct. 0, 1, 0, 1, not satisfying. 1 minus 1, so 2 minus 1 is 1, this is not satisfying. So only option B is satisfying this. Okay, let's proceed. The probability density function of a random variable x is this one. We have to find out the mean value. Mean find करना है. The formula for mean is nothing but expectation of x. Mean है expectation of x. So it is minus infinity to infinity x into f of x. Okay sir. dx. Now the हमने यहाँ पर रेंज तो लिखा है माइनस इन्फिनिटी से इन्फिनिटी, बट ये जो फंक्शन है वो कहाँ से कहाँ तक अवेलेबल है? ये फंक्शन की पहुँच तो 0 से 2 के बीच में ही है. सो 0 से 2 के बीच में ये फंक्शन है x बाय 4, 4 माइनस एक्स स्क्वायर. और अदरवाइज मतलब आउटसाइड दिस ये 0 है. तो ये जो इंटीग्रेशन का इंटरवल है माइनस इन्फिनिटी से इन्फिनिटी, ये क्या हो जाएगा? 0 से 2 हो जाएगा. कॉम्पैक्ट फॉर्म में आ गया. और x इंटू एफ ऑफ एक्स, एक्स इंटू ये रहा एफ ऑफ एक्स. एफ ऑफ एक्स भी है x बाय 4, 4 माइनस एक्स स्क्वायर. बड़े इत्मीनान से, बड़े आराम से इसको सॉल्व कर लेते हैं. पेशेंस रखिए. x into x is x square, x square into 4 is 4x square upon 4 is x square, minus x square into x square is x raised to 4, नीचे 4 है. मैंने बोला ना आराम से कैलकुलेट कीजिए, जल्दबाजी ना करें. x स्क्वायर का इंटीग्रेशन क्या होगा? इट इज x क्यूब बाई 3. इंटीग्रेशन x रेज टू 4 का क्या होगा? x रेज टू 5 बाई 5. सो 5 4s आर 20 हो जाएगा दोस्तों. लिमिट्स हैं 0 से 2. तो अपर लिमिट 2 रखेंगे तो 8 बाई 3 बनेगा. अपर लिमिट 2 रखेंगे तो 32 अपॉन 20, 32 अपॉन 20 मतलब 8 बाई 5 बनेगा दोस्तों. लोअर लिमिट 0 है, लिखने की ज़रूरत नहीं। सो 8 बाहर है, 5 - 3 ऊपर आ गया 2 और नीचे आ गया 15। सो एक्सपेक्टेशन ऑफ एक्स आया है 16/15। एक्सपेक्टेशन ऑफ एक्स आया है 16/15। क्या कोई ऐसा ऑप्शन दिखाई दे रहा है? 16/15 ऑप्शन वाला सवाल नहीं। सो 16/15 इज द करेक्ट आंसर। कम ऑन यार, रिस्पॉन्ड कीजिए, मज़ा आएगा। चलिए फिर आगे चलते हैं दोस्तों। रीड कीजिए क्वेश्चन को। फाइंड द वैल्यू ऑफ लैम्डा सच दैट द फंक्शन एफ ऑफ एक्स इज वैलिड प्रोबेबिलिटी डेंसिटी फंक्शन। ठीक है, तो इंटरवल 1 से 2 के बीच में एफ ऑफ एक्स डिफाइंड है, अदरवाइज ये 0 दे रखा है। तो अगर एफ ऑफ एक्स पीडीएफ है, अगर ये एफ ऑफ एक्स पीडीएफ है तो पीडीएफ की यानी कि डेंसिटी फंक्शन की प्रॉपर्टी होती है इंटीग्रेशन ऑफ एफ ऑफ एक्स डी एक्स ओवर द एंटायर रेंज इज़ 1। लेकिन यहाँ पर जो एंटायर रेंज है वो एंटायर रेंज रिस्ट्रिक्ट हो गई है 1 से 2 में। तो 1 से 2 में एफ ऑफ एक्स है लैम्डा x - 1 x - 2 dx इक्वल टू 1 एंड आउटसाइड दिस इंटरवल ये 0 दे रखा है। तो लैम्डा को तो बाहर कर दीजिए दोस्तों, कांस्टेंट है। यहाँ गलती कर दी ना मैंने, ये x - 1 है, ये 2 - x है। तो लैम्डा बाहर किया है, तो x इंटू -x इज -x²। फिर आगे क्या है 2x प्लस x, 2x प्लस एंड देन dx। कर लीजिए इंटीग्रेशन, लैम्डा इज आउट। ठीक है, are from 1 to 2 and this should be equal to 1. So equate this to 1 by this property. We will be finding out हमें फाइंड करना है लैम्डा की वैल्यू। तो यहाँ पर हमने रखा 2, सो -2 क्यूब मीन्स -8/3। 3 2 स्क्वायर इज 4, 4/2 इज 2, तो 3 2 6 हो जाएगा और 2 2 4 हो गया। लोअर लिमिट का -1/3 प्लस 3/2 और ये -2 इक्वल टू 1। देखते जाइए, नेक्स्ट फ्रेम पे चलते हैं। -8/3 प्लस 2 हो गया ये। इधर देखिए +1/3, फिर -3/2। चैनल जरूर सब्सक्राइब कीजिए, आने वाले सेशंस और बेहतरीन होंगे। सभी सेशन अच्छे होने वाले हैं। थोड़ी देर रुके रहेंगे चैनल पर, सेशन देखते रहेंगे तो पता चलेगा उसका इम्पोर्टेंस क्या है। सिंप्लीफाई कर लेते हैं। तो 8 माइनस थ्री, 5/2 आ जाएगा। चलिए इसको और सिंप्लीफाई कीजिए, क्या बात है। 2 7 ज़ार 14, 5 3 ज़ार 15 और नीचे आ गया 6। सो लैम्डा का वैल्यू 6/1 दैट इज 6। ये हमारा आंसर है। द वैल्यू ऑफ लैम्डा इज 6। ऑल राइट, यस सर। उन्होंने कहा था कि एफ ऑफ एक्स वैलिड प्रोबेबिलिटी डेंसिटी फंक्शन है, तो लैम्डा का वैल्यू निकालिए। सो अगर ये वैलिड प्रोबेबिलिटी डेंसिटी फंक्शन है तो इस प्रॉपर्टी को सेटिस्फाई करेगा, और इस प्रॉपर्टी को सेटिस्फाई करेगा, दैट्स इट। सी हियर टाइम ऑफ द इलेक्ट्रिक बल्ब। हाँ, डेंसिटी फंक्शन इज एफ ऑफ एक्स इक्वल टू के एक्स स्क्वायर, मतलब कंटिन्यूस रैंडम वेरिएबल है, वेयर एक्स इज मेजर्ड इन ईयर्स इफ द मिनिमम एंड मैक्सिमम लाइफ टाइम्स ऑफ बल्ब आर 1 and 2। सो एक्स की मिनिमम और मैक्सिमम वैल्यू दे रखी है 1 and 2, इट मीन्स एक्स का इंटरवल दे रखा है। तो जब एक्स का वैल्यू 1 से 2 के बीच में होगा तब एफ ऑफ एक्स का वैल्यू के एक्स स्क्वायर होगा। ओके, अदरवाइज वो जीरो ही होने वाला है। अदरवाइज इसके अलावा कुछ रहा तो आप जीरो ले लेना। हाँ जी, नाउ व्हाट, बड़ा सिंपल है, वैल्यू ऑफ के फाइंड करना है। तो भाई अगर ये वैलिड डेंसिटी फंक्शन है, वैलिड प्रोबेबिलिटी डेंसिटी फंक्शन है, तो के का वैल्यू मिल जाएगा। हम इसको इंटीग्रेट कर लेंगे, तो माइनस इन्फिनिटी से इन्फिनिटी में एफ ऑफ एक्स डी एक्स कितना होगा दोस्तों, ये होने वाला है 1। तो 1 से 2 में एफ ऑफ एक्स का वैल्यू के एक्स स्क्वायर, के बाहर, एक्स स्क्वायर डी एक्स इक्वल टू 1। ओके, तो के एक्स स्क्वायर का इंटीग्रेशन एक्स क्यूब बाई 3, लिमिट्स हैं 1 से 2 इक्वल टू 1, के बाई 3, अपर लिमिट इज 2, 2 क्यूब इज 8, माइनस 1 इक्वल टू 1। सो के का वैल्यू आ गया दोस्तों 3/7। चेक कीजिएगा, के का वैल्यू 3/7। ओके, 3/7 इज द करेक्ट आंसर। Very important, very nice question as well. Let x be a random variable with probability density function f of x equal to 0.2 for mod x less than equal to 1. Okay, so .2 mod x less than equal to 1 का मतलब होता है x lying between -1 to +1. Okay, the next value is 0.1. mod x between 1 and 4 का मतलब होता है -4 less than equal to x less than -1 and x lying between 1 to 4, x lying between 1 to 4 and otherwise it is 0. This is the function. अब क्या करें दोस्तों, now see it. This is random variable x. Now see here. जब x का वैल्यू -1 से +1 होगा तो f ऑफ x का वैल्यू 0.2 है। और जब x का वैल्यू 1 से 4 है या फिर -4 से ओके क्या चाहिए हमको? हमें चाहिए प्रोबेबिलिटी फॉर x बिटवीन 0.5 एंड 5, प्रोबेबिलिटी फॉर x लाइंग बिटवीन 0.5 एंड 5, ये चाहिए प्रोबेबिलिटी फॉर x लाइंग बिटवीन 0.5 एंड 5। इसका मतलब है कि आपको डेंसिटी फंक्शन को इंटीग्रेट करना पड़ेगा, वो यानी कि f ऑफ x को। ओके just a moment. Okay, that is the issue. Now this means area under f of x from 0.5 to 5. So area under f of x from 0.5 to 5, area under f of x from 0.5 to 5, ये 0 है, ये 0.5 हो जाएगा, and 5 will be somewhere here on the right side. Now area under f of x from 0.5 to 5 is the addition of two rectangles, area of two rectangles. This is first rectangle, this is second rectangle, and from 4 to 5 function is 0, not available, so that area will be 0 also. So the first rectangle is from 0.5 to 1. पहला रेक्टेंगल कहाँ से कहाँ तक है? 0.5 से 1 तक है। Okay, this shaded area, red one, and the second one is, I will mark blue. This area, are you following? Students, are you following? So area of this is, this one is 0.5 and height is 0.2. So 0.5 into 0.2, it is 0.1. Let us say this is A1, area of the first region. A2, this is 3 and height is 0.1. So 0.3. So what will be the answer? .1 plus 0.3, that will be 0.4. This is the answer. I hope you are all following this. Again, a very beautiful question. Stay tuned for the best concept. Just go through it. एक बार इसको अच्छे से देखिए, इस क्वेश्चन को अच्छे से देख लीजिए, पढ़ लीजिए, समझ लीजिए। A random variable x has the density function, this one. Okay, this is the density function. If this is the density function, then they are asking, they are also given expected variability for x less than 0.5. Now see here, this is the density function. So integration from 0 to 1 f of x dx, this should be 1. तो 0 से 1 में f of x का वैल्यू है a plus bx एंड दैट इज इक्वल टू 1. इसको सॉल्व कीजिए. So integration of a is ax, integration of bx is bx square by 2. Now apply the limits 0 to 1 and equate this to 1. Upper limit apply किया तो a plus b by 2, lower limit is 0 equal to 1. So 2a plus b equal to 2. We have got one equation in terms of a and b. Now the second equation, let us see. Expected value of x is 2 by 3. So this is expectation. It means integration x into f of x dx equal to 2 by 3. So this is from Haji. Zero to 1. So x into f of x in this interval, just a moment, I will put the interval minus infinity no integration x. what is the valid interval? It is from 0 to 1. इस इंटरवल में वैल्यू कितनी फंक्शन की? a प्लस बी एक्स dx, और ये एक्सपेक्टेशन की वैल्यू दे रखी है 2 by 3. अब देखिए बच्चों, ax bx स्क्वायर सॉल्व दिस इंटीग्रेशन, व्हाट यू विल गेट? ax का इंटीग्रेशन क्या होगा बताओ ना? ax स्क्वायर बाय 2. bx स्क्वायर का इंटीग्रेशन होगा bx क्यूब बाय 3. लिमिट्स हैं दोस्तों 0 से 1, 2 by 3. Upper limit is 1, so a by 2 plus b by 3. Lower limit is 0. So 3a plus 2b, 3a plus 2b upon 6 equal to 2 by 3. अब ये हो गया, ये 3 1 जा 3, 3 2 जा 6, so 3a plus 2b equal to 4. So हमारे पास a और b के फॉर्म में दो इक्वेशंस आ गए हैं. वी हैव गॉट टू इक्वेशन इन टर्म्स ऑफ a and b. फर्स्ट इक्वेशन इज 2a plus b equal to 2. And second equation is 3a plus 2b equal to 4. Now equation 1 multiplied by 2 and equation 2 as it is. देखते जाइए. Equation 1 multiplied by 2. This circle means equation. Equation 1 multiplied by 2. So 4a plus 2b equal to 4. Equation 2 as it is. 3a plus 2b equal to 4. Subtraction. Now 4a minus 3a is a, 2b minus 2b is cancelled, equal to 0. So a is 0, a आ गया है 0. If a is 0, then by equation 1 b equal to 2. a का वैल्यू 0 है, so b is 2. a and 0, a is 0, b is 2. Okay, so therefore f of x, the probability density function, a plus bx, a is 0, b is 2, so 2x. Now what is the interval? 0 less than x less than 1. Okay, 0 to 1. We got this function. Now what to find? अब क्या find करना है? Now what to find? We have to find probability for x less than 0.5. So 0 less than x less than 0.5. In this interval you have to integrate what? 2x dx. 0 to 0.5, that interval lies here in this first part. So integration of 2x, तो 2 को बाहर किया, x का integration x square by 2, 2 cancelled. So 0 to 0.5. 0.5 का square 0.25. This is my answer. Lower limit is 0. Go through this. चलिए let's proceed. The variance of random variable x with probability density function f of x. Okay, so students, just observe the density function. Density function is 1 by 2 mod x e raised to minus mod x. I want to tell you that this mod x graph looks like this, and e of x graph against x is like this. E of minus mod x graph, like this. So what is this? Both are even functions. Since both are even functions, it means even function into even function, the result is even function multiplied by 1 by 2 is also an even function. So entirely we can say that f of x, the density function, is even function. So variance of x is 2 times 0 to infinity, then what? X square f of x dx. X square. In this interval 0 to infinity, f of x is, see this value is, ये जो value है ये है x, and this one is e raised to minus x. This is e raised to x and this is minus x. So 0 से infinity means on the right side of 0 this function is x, f of x is 1 by 2, then x, and then e raised to minus x, then dx. So this 2 and this 2 gets cancelled. Finally you got 0 to infinity x cube into e raised to x dx. Okay. Now student, this integration can be solved by multiple methods. One of the beautiful concept is this one. If you are having an integration from 0 to infinity e raised to minus x, x raised to n minus 1 dx, then this is gamma n. क्या होता है? Gamma function of n. So here e raised to minus x matches 0 से infinity matches x cube and x raised to n minus 1. So n minus 1 is nothing but 3. So n will be 4. So answer for this beautiful question will be gamma n, that is gamma 4. Gamma 4 is nothing but factorial 3, which is 6. Gamma n plus 1 is factorial n. Okay, and if I say it is gamma 4, means gamma 3 plus 1, which is factorial 3, that is 6. Okay, so the answer for this beautiful question is 6. I hope you got the concept. Next. So that's all from my side, students, in this beautiful session. I hope you would have enjoyed this session, and those students who are watching this session now in recording, so once they will watch this session would be over and students would be watching this session in recording. So if you are watching this session in recording, I request all of you to subscribe this channel if you have not done so, and I would like to inform you that on my app Maths Manthan, yes, you can download the app from Play Store, Google Play Store. The link of the download link is given in the description box of this video. Also you can directly search in the Google Play Store Ankit Joshi's Maths Manthan. Okay, and student, do join this Telegram group Ankit Joshi _EMG. Also subscribe this channel. So download link is also displayed here, but this is not clickable. And student, this is our app support number 9552795557, and official mail ID is balajieducations@gmail.com. So students, I have loved to teach you. Thank you so much, bacha. Thank you so much. Wish you all the best for the upcoming GATE exam, upcoming ESE prelims aspirants. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat, Jai Maharashtra. Wish you all the best. See you tomorrow once again. Bye bye.